Ladies and gentlemen, Vince here. Today we're talking about some apps that promise to reward you for playing games. But are they actually worth it? Let's find out. First of all, we have Words to Win. Words to Win promises PayPal rewards for matching letters together, everyone. And this is what Words to Win looks like when you launch it up. At the top of the screen, you'll notice that I have $3.65. Next to that, you have your in-game currency, which you can use to progress throughout the app. Now, you guys have probably played these type of games before. At the bottom of the screen, you have your letters, and then at the top of the screen, you have your word area. Obviously, the goal is to match the letters into words. So there's love. There's our first word, everyone. Let me just get through this level quickly. All right, now, in my opinion, this is one of the biggest claims of the application itself. See, once you beat the level, you then get a scratch and win area where it claims you can win up to $250. So you obviously scratch. I just managed to supposedly earn 10 cents. And now you have the option to watch an advertisement to get another scratcher. Now you can see that there's a chance-based aspect to the application. Tapping on the balance is going to reveal the PayPal section, and this is where things get a little bit frustrating. You'll think here straight away that you can just withdraw your PayPal currency, right? But once you tap on it, you need to reach $7 in winnings to cash out. Now, you'd probably think that's not really that difficult to get, but because it's all chance-based, realistically, you're going to be grinding for a very long time, in my opinion. They do have tournaments, though, and this one here seems to be a little bit broken at the moment. They also have something called a cash dash, where if you collect 1,500 trophies, you can win $1. And they also have, like, these little coin lottos for the in-game currency. It's really based around watching ads, of course, to enter in. Do note here, they state it's a $10,000 lotto, by the way. Just quickly, everyone, if you enjoy what I do here on YouTube every single week, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are incredible out there. Thank you so much for everything. With the coin-based currency, you can enter into various lottos as well, as the prices do change often. Like, here's one for win $25 with tickets. So one ticket costs 2,500 of the coins, okay? So obviously they want you to buy multiple tickets. Again, it's all in-game currency, mind you. And now I've got 2 tickets into that $25 lottery. There's a $1,000 one as well. Some go for a day, some go for a whole month of waiting, by the way. All in all, everyone, this seems like a basic little fun game if you're bored, but nothing else to it, okay? And I'm not saying that it's a scam or you won't potentially win. I just feel like most sweepstakes applications are a complete waste of time. So that's my review on Words to Win. I just don't think it's worth it at all. But you do what you want with your information. Let's move on. Next up, guys, we have Bingo Legends. The amount of advertisements that Bingo Legends has been pumping out over the last year or so is incredible, okay? Now, usually with claims like these that they offer, we really got to dive into. As soon as you launch it up, they throw up in-app purchases. But we're not interested in that at all, alright? This is what it looks like. Top of the screen, you have a diamond-based currency. Next to that, you have your supposed real-world currency. Now, Bingo Legends, in my opinion, runs on the concept here of just playing for prize pools against other players. And they do allow you to do that for free with their diamond. But you'll notice here you can actually use your balance as well if you really wanted to enter into some of these matches against players around the world. Now, my biggest critique about these type of apps is that you don't know if they're actually real players or you're versing bots behind the scene to keep you playing, where their outcomes could be determined potentially by the developer themselves. Think of it as like the house always wins at a casino. Now, I'm not making claims, I'm just saying that could be a possibility, you just don't know. Since I have 640 diamonds, let's enter in to try and win 330 diamonds with a 60 diamond entry. So now it's supposedly finding people, and this is what the bingo looks like. Top of the screen, you have your numbers, obviously. Middle of the screen, you have the board. So let's just select these numbers. So far I'm doing pretty well. I've actually just unlocked an ability. Let's just pick a number here, 26, done. We have another ability now, and that added 10 seconds to the clock. Okay, so realistically, everyone, we want to try and get as high a score as possible against the other players that we're versing at the moment, okay? And there we go, I just got bingo. Now let's see if we can somehow get that again, because usually I do pretty well, but then it stops. And that's it, time's up. So in situations like these, you have no chance to win at all. For the video's sake, let me enter into this prize pool of $13.50. This should be interesting. All right, so we have the first number, we have a second number. I'm gonna use my ability here for 43. We have 17. Already I have a chance to get a bingo straight away, which would be helpful. And I got it, everyone. Nice. All because of the ability. So I found that abilities help heaps in Bingo Legends. Got another bingo, everyone. And there's another one. Beautiful. I actually got 2 at the same time there. Let's see if we can keep this going. Yes, we can. Another bingo. And another one. All right, time's up. So, total score was 23,000. And I did place first for apparently $7, everyone. So that's pretty cool. Now, the generic names of the other players, though, really make it seem like they're bots. And yes, you do have an account level as well where they give you small bonuses the higher you go. Alright, so now I have the $8 currency, and you're probably thinking that's awesome, right? Let's try and actually cash it out. Now, the funny thing is, once you sign up and enter your information, they then tell you the minimum amount is $30, everyone. And I believe that's done deliberately, okay? And of course, because these applications apparently make you verse other players, the chances of you actually getting to $30 are so slim. Remember, everyone, you have to use your own balance to actually enter into the bingo matches. So if you lose your entry, which sets you back. Hence why they have this store here where you can use in-app purchases to top up, which I do not recommend at all. In fact, it's an early access title, which means you can't even read the reviews, okay? It's funny though, because it's actually a pretty cool little game, which they could have built so different. So my review on Bingo Legends is stay away from it, man. Let's move on. Next up is CashDream, play and earn rewards. So everyone, this is what CashDream looks like these days. At the top of the screen, you'll find your diamond-based currency, and to the right of that, you'll find your cash out bonuses. We'll get into the bonus system in a second, because in regards to the cash out options, here in Australia, I have PayPal currency. 1 cent is the absolute minimum in my country for withdrawing for 300 of the diamonds, whereas $1 converts into 27,300 of the diamonds. So it's pretty cool how there are various options here. Now, tapping on the earn button is going to take you to a playtime rewards area, and I have to say CashDream does have a very extensive catalogue of games. But something to notice is that a majority of these games are barely paying $1. In fact, half of them, if not a majority of them, are only really paying around 30 cents to 40 cents, with the odd one giving around $5 like this happy color one. Keeping in mind here, you'll realize pretty quickly that the more expensive ones are the task-based offers instead of the per minute basis, which of course we all love. So assuming you cannot actually get better offers on other applications, CashDream does have a great variety of games. Now for today's video, I played through Falcon Squad for 3.3k diamonds, Crypto Miner Tycoon for 4.4k diamonds, and Train Miner Idle Railway game for 624 diamonds. The Crypto Miner Tycoon one is very, very straightforward, alright? Because the best thing about idle games is that eventually they actually end up playing themselves almost with how easy it gets. Realistically though, I look at CashDream as like a penny earning application for playing games. But in my opinion, everyone, as long as it actually keeps its promises, that's all that really matters. Anyone that's ever used the money making app in any sort of aspect knows for a fact that they are low paying on the best of times, unless you do offers, okay? Or perhaps surveys. When it comes to games, I've never really had an application that does playtime rewards that pays big. Maybe in your own country you've had better experience with playtime rewards, but here in Australia, the pay is pretty low across the board. Now, I think one of the coolest aspects of CashDream is the bonus section. You can watch 5 ads per day to get 5 bonuses, and these bonuses include obviously a cash bonus, cash back, or just a flat out discount. You can see that I have a 0.5% across the board there. These cards can merge together to create bigger discounts, so keep that in mind. It all helps towards your future cash out. I withdrew 20 cents, which took me around an hour or so to actually generate, and CashDream did reward me straight away to my PayPal account without any issues whatsoever. So that was great to see all in all. They kept their promise, at least for me. Next, I want to talk about Cuze, play and earn. Look, you guys have been asking me to review this application again because apparently they've had some big updates, but realistically everyone, in Australia, I just don't understand what the appeal is. Let me break it down. So this is what Cuze looks like these days, guys. As you can see, they are trying to make improvements to their application, which is commendable, of course. They have a whole bunch of games that you can play here to actually earn coins, which then convert into PayPal currency. Now, the amount of currency you actually get for playing these type of games is very, very different depending on country. Although they state that $66,000 has been earned today from players across the globe, with a total player base of 19.4 thousand and a highest withdrawal of $618. I don't know how people are getting these numbers, alright? I played through 4 different games, all 30 minutes each. And at the end of the timer, everyone, I got 30 cents back for my effort. So essentially 2 hours for 30 cents. Now, the way I look at this situation is that I could have completed one single survey that only would have taken me around 10 minutes to complete, and I would have earned $3 or so. So with applications like Cuze, I just don't know how they're going to keep surviving against Just Play, Best play, money time, you guys get the deal. And without a doubt, the biggest appeal of Cuze, in my opinion, here in Australia at least, is the super low minimum cash out. They also do have like this ticket-based prize pool system. The more you play, the more tickets you get, where apparently you can get a share of $1 million, but again, I don't believe these type of things. They also have a revenue universe offer wall, which again, I don't touch because you can't actually see how much cash you're going to get for completing an offer. Instead, you see the points, which realistically have no value until the time is up. And the exact same concept here for their playtime rewards system. So they do have the playtime rewards, but again, it's a point-based system instead of pure currency. So I'm not taking the risk. So again, they have updated the app, so I'm going to give them that benefit, everyone. I did withdraw that 30 cents worth of currency, and I did receive it straight away, which was great to see. They did want a selfie though, guys, okay, which was brand new to me. I'd never seen the face scan option on Cuze. So that's my experience and review on Cuze. You do whatever you want with that information, alright? That wraps up for today. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my channel for almost 1,000 money making reviews. I'll catch you all later.